And also, housework. Stay at home. Mm-hmm. Yes. And also, weekend is coming. Do you have any plans to, for example, visiting somewhere like that with your family? Because weekend is a family day. So, do you have any plans? A learning day of your other course. How about your children? How about your children? Do they still need to go to class every weekend? Mm. Ah, okay. Ah, okay, okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Ah, okay. Yes. And then for me, my weekend, well, actually, to be honest, Kong, I don't have plans this coming weekend. I only want to take a rest because I feel very tired. I just feel very tired this weekday. So I only want to do is to take a rest for the straight 2 days. Yes, for the straight 2 days, just going to take a rest and do nothing. Yes. Yes, yes. And also, my mom asked me to visit her on Sundays, but I told her that maybe I'm going to take a rest and then I'm just going to visit her maybe on Tuesday, not on Sunday because I just want to take a rest. Okay, it doesn't matter with me. Okay, take your time, Kong. It doesn't matter. Okay, okay. Okay, yes. And then, my family, my mom and my brother asked me to visit them on Sunday, but I told them I just want to take a rest for my weekend, and then after maybe I'm going to visit them on Tuesday if I have a free time. Yes, yes, because I feel like I just want to take a rest. That is my only plan. Yes, yes, yes. I know, Carl. So, yeah, so my mom just want to see us. So I told him that, okay, mom, yeah, I'm going to visit you maybe on Tuesday. I just want to take a rest on Sunday. Yes, yes, because I often every Sunday I always visit them, but this Sunday I think I don't have enough strength to go out, so I only want is to just to take a rest on the whole weekend. That is my only plan. Mm-hmm. Well, it's not that far actually. It only took like 20 to 30 minutes, I think. So maybe 15 kilometers only, something like that. Yes, actually we don't. Yes, there are some public transportation here in the Philippines, but well, we have our car, so we only use our car. It's very dangerous, especially with me, you know. So there are some public transportation available in the Philippines now, Kong, but it's only like few, not unlike before. Before, if you want to go somewhere, you can have a public transportation like that. But in the situation now here in the Philippines, there are only few public transportation. So you are lucky if you have your own car. You're so lucky if you have your own car because you are able to go to anywhere you want. Especially, you know, especially kung if you are in a public transportation, there has a lot of rules. You need to wear this, you need to wear this, or like that for your safety. Not unlike if you have your own car, because if you have your own car, you don't need to worry, you know you don't need to worry. You don't need to wear something that will protect you while you are traveling somewhere. So the difference, so you are lucky to have your own private car. You're just lucky to have your private car in a situation now here in the Philippines. Mm. 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 But do you have a private car, Kong? Also, how do you go to work? Yes. You know what? Uh, yes, yes. Well, to be honest, Kong, I was shocked when I saw some videos on YouTube about Vietnam, and I was so shocked to see that there is a lot of motorcycle on the road. So because yes, it's like a very common vehicle in Vietnam is a motorbike. So I'm just really sure, really, it's just a lot of motorbike in the road. I think most of the people I've talked to there, if I ask them, how do you go to work? And they answer me like, by motorbike. A lot of them, all of them told me by motorbike because I heard that public transportation is not that common in Vietnam, unlike here in the Philippines. Because here in the Philippines, we have jeepneys. Jeepneys is wherever you go, you can see a jeepneys. Yeah, so maybe that is the reason why there's a lot of motorbikes in Vietnam. I'm just really shocked about the video that I've seen. Hmm. Mm. Okay. Okay. Mm-mm. I see. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. So anyway, Kong. Okay, let's start with our discussion now. I'm going to share you my screen. Okay. Okay. Wait for a moment. Okay. Can you see my screen, Kong? Can you, can you see my screen now? Okay. Yes. In our discussion now, Kong, we are going to talk about we are family. Okay. So look at the two pictures. So this is the picture one, a group of many many people is there. So we have here the picture two. Okay, this is the picture two. This is the picture one. So for you, Kong, which one do you think shows the typical family of the future? Which one do you think is the first picture or the second picture? The second picture. Mm. I mean, the typical family of the future. I was asking about the typical family of the future because if you're going to ask me, Kong, if you're going to ask me which one do I think a typical family of the future, we're talking about the future, I'll choose the second picture, which is this one. Because is as I will compare from before and today's generation, for today's generation, Kong, we only have like few family members, not unlike before, because but it's different from your opinion, Kong. It's only my opinion here in the Philippines, because here in the Philippines, Kong, well, I have a lot of uncles on my dad's generation, because if I'm going to compare it, we don't have much entertainment before. So maybe one if the reason why there a lot of people from before generation has a lot of childrens, because my dad has nine siblings or more than. Some of them died. Yes, 10 siblings, we I have a lot of cousins. But in today's generation, in my generation, or from a family of the typical family of the future, I choose the second picture, Kong, because I think because people nowadays are very busy. This is only my opinion. Um, yes, people nowadays are very busy, so some of them don't want to have that much of children, unlike in the our in the before generation, on our dad's generation, because we are so busy now. We have a lot of entertainments to be, not to get bored like that. So just like in on my family, Kong, because on my family, well hello. Yes. Well, yes. Well, yes, on my family, uh we are only three. I only have two siblings, and then my older sister doesn't have a family yet. My brother doesn't have a family yet, but they are already in their 30s. Yes, they're already in their 30s. So my mom and my dad only. only have one grandchild, which is my son. So yes, yes. So some of the people now only have two to three children, not unlike before. Because on my dad's generation, some of them in each family has 10 or more children. So some of us, you know what? Some of us are more on some of us are like it's more common our generation now in these days, Kong, the only child. There are only one child in their family, like that. Some of them doesn't have any child, but they just grew up without any child, got older without any child, like that. So for me, that is the reason why I choose the second picture as a typical family of the future. So what is your opinion, Kong? So why did you choose the first picture? Mm-hmm. 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 Yes, I see. Anyway, Kong, I just want to ask because I'm just really curious about it. Some of my students told me that if you are, for example, your wife is pregnant, you are not allowed to do ultrasound. I mean, it's not legal to do ultrasound. I don't know. Ultrasound. I mean, ultrasound is where you were able to know your baby gender while it's still inside your wife's womb. One of my student told me that it's not common in Vietnam to know the gender of the baby while the woman is still pregnant. I don't know why. I'm just really curious about it. Why? Ah, okay. Okay, okay, I understand. And no, Kong. Mhm. Oh, yes, who's the boys? Yes, yes. Uh-huh, I see. Okay, so now does a family have a great future? So let's see. So I'm going to read it aloud for you, Kong. So 20 years ago, the typical extended family was wide. It usually consisted of two or three generations, with many children in each nuclear family. People had lots of aunts and uncles, but often didn't know their grandparents, which is true, just like me, because I haven't met my grandparents. They died very early. Yes. However, according to a new study by the British research group Mintel, the family is changing shape. The family group of the future will be long and thin, with the three or four small generations. So here are some of their prediction. Can you please read aloud for me? Number one. Yes, Kong. I want you to read it aloud. Number one. Yes, please. Okay. Isolated. Hmm. Okay. Yes, I know. I know. I know. I know. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. Mhm. Yes, yes, that's true. I agree with it. Especially the number three. Many children will grow up isolated from other children and young adults. This will make them more selfish and introverted. I agree with this. Yes, I know. And we have here the number seven. It's happening now in the Philippines. It's starting happening in the Philippines. Because houses are now so expensive, different generation may decide to live together. So parents, grandparents, and adult children may co-own their houses, and many couples will have to live with their in-laws. Actually, yes. Yes, there are depends on their in-laws like that. Yes, it's actually happening in real life now in the Philippines. Hmm. Oh, yes. Well, actually, yes, yes, yes. Actually, we have our own house, and I'm glad with that. It's just, the very hard, difficulties if you have your own home here, in the Philippines. You know what, Kong? It's not actually the food, but aside for food, actually now the prices of some chickens, pork, or vegetables are increasing twice here in the Philippines, Kong, which is why a lot of people are complaining. In which is, yes, I don't know what happened, but it actually increased twice of the price. For example, it's only, let's pretend the pork of a half kilo is, let's pretend it's $2. It increased, and the price now is $4, like that, so it's very expensive now. So that, Kong, the difficulties if you have your own home here in the Philippines is, aside for the prices increase of the foods, the second is the bills. Not unlike in other country. I just heard that from other country, their internet bills, their electricity bills, and water bills is not that expensive, not unlike here in the Philippines. You know what, Kong? Number one, are very expensive is the internet bills. I am telling you, the internet bill is very expensive. Yes. And then, yes, I'm telling you. And the second one is the electricity bills, and then water bills. That is just, the difficulties if you have your own home is the bills. And the second is the food. Yes, the food is increased on its price. And that is what people now are complaining. I don't know what happened. What is happening? Mhm. It's not actually expensive before, Kong. It's not actually expensive before, only 2 days. I don't know what happened. That's why I'm confused. Mm-mm. Yes, Kong. Okay. Yes, yes. Okay. So, anyway, Kong, so we are going to continue this discussion. Actually, this is a nice discussion about family. Uh, um, okay. So, we are going to continue this. We're going to talk about the highlight words, but that will be on our next session then on Monday. Yes, on Monday. Right. Okay. Okay, anyway, Kong, you're busy, but thank you so much for attending the class. Okay, I'll see you again on Monday then. It's always nice to talk with you, Kong. Okay, yes. Okay. Yes, thank you so much. I'll see you next Monday. Bye. Have a great weekend, Kong. Bye.